I'm about to get it right here. There it is. Boom. Yes! We're in there, man! Black Ops 6 has been out for a little over a week at this point in time, and there it is. Dark Matter has finally been unlocked. It's crazy because this is easily the fastest I have ever completed a mastery camo in any Call of Duty, and yet I still feel like I was late to the party. Mostly just because I've seen so many other people just have it already, but I mean, hey, having it done a week into the game's life cycle, that's pretty good. Anyways though, what's going on guys? It's Rage, and once again, welcome back to some more Black Ops 6. Now, over the past 2 years with Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3, usually by this point in time, I'm figuring out how do I want to go about doing the Grand Mastery grind in this game. To my understanding though, I don't think there is anything like that in the game right now, so I'll probably just go ahead and get Dark Matter on every single gun in the game, maybe do those diamond badges. It's also still kind of wild to me how you can have Dark Matter unlocked in this game and the weapons still don't even need to be maxed out. Now real quick though, here at the start of the video, I wanted to let you all know of this because I've been talking a lot about this over my past couple of BO6 videos as far as the whole camo grind goes in this game. I just want to let you all know that the diamond camo has now been officially patched. Now you actually have to get those 3 kill streaks. Get 3 kills without dying 10 times. You now actually have to get the 3 kill streaks instead of it just being 30 kills. The exact same thing over here with Dark Matter where you have to get 3 bloodthirsties, get 5 kills without dying. You can't just get the 15 kills anymore. Treyarch did patch that. All of the Dark Spine challenges really aren't that bad because it literally just is triple kills and that's pretty straightforward again on hardcore face-off. I am so glad I don't have to play any more hardcore face-off because I was actually going to crash out playing that. And again, the thing is, the Dark Matter grind in this game is very straightforward. This is one of the more straightforward and easier years we've had for a mastery camo grind in quite a long time. Going back to Black Ops 3, Modern Warfare Remastered, COD World War II, basically all of the pre-Warzone era Call of Duties would have you get a ton of headshots and then do like some small challenges and then you would get the final reward. As opposed to the Warzone era of Call of Duty where, you know, you gotta grind like 70 levels for an M4, have to get 200 headshots with 500 crouching and mounting kills, like things like that we don't have to do anymore. By far though, the most obnoxious thing here was getting the HE1 done, and I bring this up because this is the one thing as far as Dark Matter goes as of right now that's still kind of bugged. Because the challenge here says get 5 destructions, and what that means is shoot down 5 enemy score streaks, or destroy 5 enemy score streaks. To my understanding, every time you shoot down a score streak, it actually counts as 2. So really you need to shoot down 3 score streaks in a game. Things like UAV, SAM turrets, sentry guns, those count as well. The way that I went about it was in back-to-back games, I was going like 0-30 just feeding the enemy team so they can keep calling in score streaks. Just going off of what I did personally, I shot down 3 enemy score streaks in a game and it gave me Dark Spine, so I'm assuming that again, each score streak counts as 2 for right now. There may or may not come a time where Treyarch eventually adjusts that, but I just want to let you guys know as far as the HE1 goes, that's what I did. In the meantime though, I'm just so happy that this is done, because now also as well, what I really want to do is also get started on the Nebula Grind. And also here earlier today on Friday, we got Nuketown 24/7. I've been hearing a lot of really good things about zombies. Even a couple nights ago, I played Terminus for the very first time. I was really enjoying it. It's got that newer feel of Cold War zombies that I personally enjoy, while also having that really old school feel as well. It's a good mix of the two, and I really enjoyed it. So if you guys want to see some zombies videos, let me know that down in the comment section below. We got Nuketown here, and again, this version of Nuketown is so pretty. I love what they did with it. I think I talked about this in a recent video as well, but the style of Nuketown that they went with is obviously very close to the original. The reason as to why Treyarch went with this is because they were talking about how not many Call of Duty players have actually experienced the OG Nuketown. Granted, Black Ops 1's 14 years old at this point, and that makes me feel extremely old. The fact that I was there for the original Nuketown, and even in Black Ops 1, huge throwback blast from the past for those of you guys that were there and might remember this. Map voting was actually broken in BO1 on launch, and you would consistently be able to vote for the map that you just played over and over and over again. Before Nuketown 24/7 was even a thing, it was already kind of an exploit. It was an old map voting exploit, and I remember they patched that in like, I want to say December of 2010. Off rip, people loved Nuketown. Like, people understood that that was the grind map. It's also showing that everyone in the lobby right now is level 1, and I've never experienced this before. I'm also getting absolutely slammed in this lobby right now. What I will say again though is that this version of Nuketown is absolutely gorgeous, but the only thing, the sun is really, really bright. I won't say it's like Vanguard beta levels of sun blinding the whole map, but it almost kind of feels like, just because of the visibility when you're going into the sun, it makes the enemies just a little difficult to see. If you spawn on this side of the map, you got a huge advantage. I feel like there's been a couple times where I go to like look towards the car, look towards the garage, and I just can't see. Maybe I'm just blind. I don't know. Again though, overall, I really do gotta say, I love what they did with Nuketown here. The style of it, the aesthetic, it is really, really good looking. It's almost kind of like Black Ops 1 Remastered. It's like, this is what I imagined that Nuketown looked like back in 2010. And I love how this nuke ending scene is very similar to the original. currently as well, as of right now, I'm 3rd Prestige level 37. We got our first double XP weekend, so that'll be really, really nice. Now, over the past couple of days as well, I was kind of hard stuck at 2nd 55 just because of where I was at with finishing out Dark Spine and getting Diamond ARs. I kind of got myself caught in a little bit of an XP waste loop just because I couldn't Prestige. I had a handful of SMGs and ARs that were unlocked at the later levels that I had to basically just stay at 55 so I could finish them. Otherwise, I would have had to go all the way through 3rd Prestige and then would just be delaying the Dark Matter grind. So glad I finally got that all done, and now I can just focus on leveling up and getting towards level 1000. Now, I also will say here, with the addition of Nuketown 24/7, I've been seeing a lot more discourse about this over the past couple of days, just with the way that really all of the Black Ops 6 maps are right now. A lot of people don't seem to be very happy with a lot of the maps in this game, and my honest opinion on it is that as of right now, I don't really have an opinion on it because I've literally just spent the past 5 days just face tanking. Hardcore face-off mosh pit is all I've been playing over the past couple of days, and right now Nuketown feels like a breath of fresh air. But I think the thing about Nuketown is, like, the more that I play it, it still feels pretty alright even with the Omni movement. It still feels pretty alright for the most part. I'm not getting like swanton bombed out of the windows or anything like that, like Jeff Hardy. But again, I also completely understand the criticism and worry, I think for lack of a better term, when it comes to having Omni movement on a classic map like Nuketown here. It has me kind of curious to see what's going to end up happening, especially if they do add maps like, say, Firing Range or really any other classic Black Ops map that may or may not eventually come back to this game. It was the exact same situation that we had last year with Modern Warfare 3, where we have maps that were made over a decade ago with this new style of movement. Now, in my personal opinion though, really before I started playing a lot of the hardcore face-off mosh pit, was that the only 2 maps that I really had a problem with were Vorkuta and Red Card, but only in Domination. I say only in Domination because 99% of the time I'm playing Hardpoint, and Hardpoint really is the best way to play a lot of Respawn multiplayer nowadays. In my experience though of just playing Reg Hardpoint on a lot of the maps in the game, there wasn't really anything that stood out to me as like, yeah, this is absolutely terrible. But like I just said though, again, I do completely understand a lot of the criticisms that I hear about the maps in this game, and do think they're very fair arguments. One of the biggest gripes about this game right now, which I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard, I don't even need to say it, but the recon specialty. Recon specialist, especially when playing hardcore in Nuketown on this game, oh my goodness. Especially as I've been sitting here face tanking the hardcore face off, oh my god, it's been really, really bad. I'm absolutely sure that Treyarch has heard the feedback on it, and I'm sure more so going into Season 1 is probably when we're going to see a more concrete fix to it, I guess. Maybe not a perfect fix right off rip, but definitely seeing like the first kind of patch or adjustment towards it, to say the least. It's a huge problem, especially on a map like Nuketown or even Gala, for example, where you can practically wallbang anything, especially again with the feeling of playing it in hardcore. Just getting one tap through a wall is extremely obnoxious. I've also heard some really good points about this, that nowadays it feels like you can't even really establish a map control about it just because you know exactly where people are when they're trying to establish map control or even some sort of spawn trap. It's so hard to actually get that going now when you're just gonna get wallbanged right off spawn. I feel like one way that Treyarch could go about adjusting the recon specialty is by doing something like... Oh, hold on, yo, keep running out. I missed, I suck. I think one way they can do it is just bring it down to like a second, and instead of following the enemy, it's just a quick flash. It's there for like a split second, you just see just a red painted outline of where the enemies are. It doesn't track them, it's just a screenshot of it real quick. I feel like a part of the problem is that it's there for like, I want to say 2 or 3 seconds where you still kind of get that active track on where the enemy is heading. I feel like getting rid of the live track would probably solve at least a good part of the issue and not just immediately getting a free wall hack, essentially just spamming through the wall and killing them across the map. It'll still give you an idea as to where the enemies are in that split second, but it just won't track them, it won't follow them. Just for a quick second and a half right off spawn, you get the little screenshot, little pop-up of the red targets, and that's it. Doesn't track them, doesn't do anything other than that. Now, I feel like the good news is, at least as of right now, with a lot of the very common complaints about this game, again, recon and the maps, is that these are things that can be adjusted over time. Even with the way that Omni movement is. I mean, again, I'm sure there's going to be plenty of adjustments to Omni movement over the course of the year. In my personal opinion, again, one thing that I really think they could do is just straight up get rid of tac sprint. I don't think a lot of the maps even need it in the first place. I've made the comparison recently to that of Modern Warfare 3 and again what they did with the all-terrain boots, just increasing the base movement speed, but given the size of the maps and the movement as is already, that might not even need to be a necessity either. I just shot over another triple. Oh my goodness, dude. It's also another thing. I'm still in the process of getting all of my snipers leveled up, and I'm trying to find the best attachments. I did some collateral testing earlier today, and you can absolutely hit quads and whatnot without needing FMJ. I just feel like with the way that the character models are, the hitboxes, or the updated hitboxes in this game, they have to be like picture perfect lined up for collaterals to really register. It is kind of nice though in comparison to Modern Warfare 3, again, just not needing to have a certain ammo type on to hit collaterals, or at least have a better chance of hitting things like triples and quads. Oh, dude, I'm so bad. If I haven't already mentioned this, I feel like the spawns on Nuketown right now are a pretty solid combination of Black Ops 2 and Cold War. I feel that most of the time I've gone to Nuketown Couch, there's people that are actually spawning there behind the fence. It's not really like Black Ops 1 where you look through the garage more to get that kind of trap going. I'm really hoping that if they do decide to bring back more classic maps into this game, like if the rumors of Fringe, Firing Range, Hacienda are all true, if they can make the spawns on those maps feel pretty similar to the OG, that's always going to be a better case scenario. It was one of the biggest talking points in my MW3 review for that reason. It's like, you can bring back the maps, you can scale them 1-to-1, but it's the feeling of flow, movement, and spawns on the old maps that are either going to make or break them. If it's a possibility, it's always a better play to go with the OG spawn system. You know, we may be getting absolutely destroyed right now. I'm getting my shit rocked, but I would still rather have it be this way. I would rather it be that way, the OG spawns, OG spawn traps. You'd still leave the game and go find a better lobby, potentially. It's better than the spawns consistently flipping back and forth and not actually having any sort of real control in the match. But yeah, again though, just to talk a little bit more about the maps, now that I actually have Dark Matter, I'm going to be going back and playing Reg Hardpoint a whole lot more. I'm definitely going to get more of a feel and a vibe for it because I had very little time played on the Reg maps before I really started going into hardcore face-off. So I actually am really stoked to go play the real multiplayer of this game and just run around and snipe. It has been torture getting this Dark Matter grind done, but anyways, that's behind me now. So with that all being said, that's going to go ahead and wrap up this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Go ahead and let me know down in the comment section below, what do you guys think about Nuketown, the spawns, Recon? What do you guys think about Dark Matter? If you guys are grinding out Dark Matter, go ahead and let me know down in the comments how far along you guys are. Again though, thank you all so much for checking out this video. I really hope you all enjoyed. Leave a like if you guys did, subscribe if you're new. It's Enrage, and I will talk to you guys later. Take care, everybody.